So the big question is this: how these entrepreneurs who started from scratch and had no idea how to sell or market their products or services online and then later on made over 6 figures, 7 figures or even 8 figures became best in their niches and found their dream customers to sell. My name is RJ Ahmed and find this all out in our Interviews with Entrepreneurs show. I interviewed these entrepreneurs and tried to pick their brain of how they actually did that and how they took their business as well as their life to the next level. This podcast is all about the entrepreneurs who strive so hard to become super awesome in their niches. Welcome to Interviews with Entrepreneurs. Welcome to Interviews with Entrepreneurs show where we interview entrepreneurs who are super awesome in their niches. And finally we're able to pull this one off. And I can see a lot of comments out there that this was the only interview that we've made so far, for the start. That is awesome. And we are absolutely super excited for this one. And our today's guest is one of the youngest guests that we have on our show. Which is freaking crazy and also awesome as well. He's just only 10 and he's into entrepreneurship. He's an author, he's probably, he's also teaching people about entrepreneurship and everything. Not only that, he also got invited by Tony, Dean, and Russell Brunson, which is insane. So please welcome Ethan D.Harris. Hey
Hello.
Ethan.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm
Hey.
great. What about you?
I'm having an amazing day right now. I'm so pumped up. Yes. All right.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I truly loved your energy out there. And again, thank you so much for being on the show. You're the youngest person we have right now so far.
True. Thank you so much for spending your time for inviting me here with the interview. Thank you so much for the interview.
Awesome. Awesome. And yeah, the people who are jumping on live use hashtag live. The people who are jumping on replay use hashtag replay. So Ethan, can you tell us your backstory of how you got into internet marketing space, how you got to know about everything?
It first started when I was 5. Instead of asking my parents for toys, I asked my parents for equipment so I could start my first ever YouTube channel, What Kids Want. And when I started my first video, of course I was nervous. Then the more videos I did, I got more comfortable in front of this camera. And there was 3 skills that I learned. The first skill is how to act in front of the camera. The second skill is how to talk in front of the camera. The third skill is how to be fun and pumped up in the camera. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's absolutely awesome. A lot of people out there. I already said to you. Before our interview live, I already said to you when I was 10, I was playing games, and that was the only thing I was doing. And that was the only thing I was focusing on. I wasn't a book reader, so I wasn't doing any sort of thing. But the next question that I have in my mind is what should be the mindset of a kid who is getting into entrepreneurship? Because the way that you've approached everything is completely different from the the kids who are at your age, or even elder from you, or younger from you. What should be the mindset of a kid getting into entrepreneurship?
RJ, I'm actually very sorry. I'm still answering the first question. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And then when I turned 7, I started being an author. I'm a huge zombie fan. My family loves The Walking Dead. I know there's some Walking Dead fans in here. I know there is, because of course we are. And that's when it popped up to me. How about I create a book where there's action in it, there's zombie movies in it, and the ending is really good. It's pretty surprising too. And then and then that's when I signed up for a public expo. And then while I was in the public expo, I did the stuff that I love doing while I was making money too. And then it hit me. I started going to my karate place where I learned karate. I started going to other public places, and it was just amazing of how I was being an author. And then when I turned 8, I'm a huge fan of Gordon Ramsay, And if you ever watched the show MasterChef Junior, Gordon Ramsay was the host. When Gordon Ramsay for the last challenge, when Gordon Ramsay said beef Wellington, some of the kids' mouths completely dropped. It was so hard. It cannot be too little pastry. It cannot be too much. It cannot be undercooked. I don't want to say well done because some chefs get mad when they say well done, but it cannot be overcooked. It has to be right in the middle. And then when I created Cooking for Kids TV, my YouTube channel, my first video was the beef Wellington. And I was surprised. Of course, it was hard at first. I made the perfect beef Wellington. Not too much pastry, not too little, not overcooked, not too undercooked. It was great. There's a little bit of pink. It was cooked. It was cooked amazing, and when you took a bite of it, it was the best thing I ever have created in my 2 years experience of cooking. And then that's when I started getting anxiety, actually. And when I had anxiety, it felt like a demon was taking control of me and I didn't know what to do. Then that's when I decided that's enough. I just wanted to get rid of it. So then what I started doing is I started waking up in the morning. I made my bed. Not only making your bed makes your brain sharp in the morning, it also makes your brain feel, and it makes you feel like you accomplished something in the morning, which I really needed when I had anxiety. Then I drank water because you just slept 8 to 9 hours without drinking water. And then I read my affirmations. I started exercising more. And then I created Talbot Down Muscles Up, my program, and that helps kids become kid achievers, super kid achievers, by prioritizing their day and organizing it and building their skills to serve them better in their life and in their day. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay. I was muted. So yeah, like I was talking about, like whatever the time and the energy and everything in the resources that you have, that you spend it up over yourself, was like absolutely awesome. That the way that you thought about, okay, what are the problems you had, or what are the things that you should do, whatever the things that you were doing, was absolutely awesome. Like I'm truly impressed on that thing. So the next follow-up question that I asked from you, and it happened like just because I had sort of internet issues, was like, what do you think like should be the mindset of a kid who's getting into entrepreneurship? Because like some people are going to be younger from you right now, as of now, or some people are going to be elder from you, but they don't have the exact same mindset that you have, or that, like, you've learned how to speak, you learned how to talk, you learned how to be comfortable in front of the camera. Most people aren't have even the idea of it. Like, what do you think is the mindset of a kid getting into entrepreneurship? What do you think about it?
If you think about it, the mindset of a kid getting into entrepreneurship is kind of like a roller coaster. First it goes straight, then up, I had some success, then it goes down, then up, and then there's the loop-de-loop that happens over and over again. And then the next thing that should be a mindset, it's first loop-de-loop and roller coaster first. Then the next one is a kid should always have a healthy, strong, and growing mindset. And also, the best way to have structure in your life and in your day is always having an organized day. You waking up in the morning, cutting your bed, drinking water, doing exercising, and even doing your affirmations. And that is why I created Tablet Down and Muscle Up. It provides structure to be at the best, your ever best each day.
Yeah, totally. And I would recommend every single person out there who's like watching the interview, or like if you have a kid in your house, or like someone who's younger, at that teenage age out there, I would recommend like have them watch this live. If they absolutely, they need to watch it live, or like if they're like going on later on out there after the interview, just watch the whole interview out there, because this is something like which is super important for people to understand out there. Because the reason I'm relating every single time with you is because if I would have, and that's the thing out there. Most people said that, if they would have young and got to know about this entrepreneurship thing, things would have changed for them like years back, But you got yourself a realization like at such a young age, like you can do a lot of things out there, in the long run, which is awesome. So as a young entrepreneur, like, what are the hurdles that you faced? What was the problems you thought you're facing in your entrepreneurship journey as a young, as a young guy?
The first thing I would say is criticism. There are some
Okay.
comments that I get that are saying, "Let him be a normal kid." I am being a normal, but I'm a savage 10-year-old kid. I still ride my bikes. I don't care what weather it is. I play chess with my brother. I'm a huge chess fan. Every Friday, me and my family play educational board games like marketing or or even like Monopoly. And then we also have movie nights, which I absolutely love. We either watch horror, we either watch shows, and it's just really fun. Now I'm your savage 10-year-old kid. And then also I get some criticism saying I'm too young. You're not too young or too old to create a business or program or be a motivational speaker. Whatever age is fine. You're not too old or too young. Another thing is that's a hurdle for a young entrepreneur is sometimes when you want to make videos, there are some groups that only involve adults. And that's why you always need to find a program that has adults with kids so the adults could watch the video, then they show it to their child, which is one of the hurdles that I faced, which is a little bit hard to find groups like that. And then also most of the groups are kid groups are about games, not business, which is another hurdle. So it's a little bit hard to find groups for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this is like one of the most important, sort of thing that you've said. It's absolutely making sense because like criticism is also one of the factors that, hey, you're young, you don't need to have, or you don't need to get into the business out there. You don't require to getting into entrepreneurship. Like why now? Like why you need it right now? Just go and play games. Like I can truly relate on the point that you're talking about. And some people, like, to be very honest, on my perspective out there, like after watching you, I can't really go in and underestimate you at any moment. I can't underestimate you by how much the effort that you're providing, how you're delivering content, or how you're handling everything out there. But you are one of the top 1% out there into the space out there, like the way that you worked on the brain, like, which is insane. So you went like the way that I got to know about you was like I saw there was one of my friends out there who got you into the group, and he told me about you, that you were awesome. I saw your profile and I saw your picture with Tony, and then I got connected with you as well. So like tell us about how you got invited by Tony, Dean, and Russell Brunson on the event, like how that all these awesome things happened.
How that happened is it first started with the Build Your Brand Challenge. My mom
Yeah.
was listening to the pre-videos of the Build Your Brand Challenge. I got interested and I asked her what it was. Then she told me. Then I asked her if I could join. And I did join. And then right after, and then from the group, the Build Your Brand group, I started being called to action. I didn't make one video a day. I didn't make 2 videos a day. I made 3 videos a day. And then that caught the eye of Tony, Dean, and Russell Brunson. And then on the last day, I think, of the Build Your Brand Challenge, they mentioned me. They showed a clip of me explaining what you should be, and it just blew my mind. And Dean and Tony, or mostly Dean, invited me to go to Florida to meet them face to face, and also they invited me for the World Summit. And I blew my mind. And do you know Michael Jordan? How he outworked
Yeah.
everybody? If a basketball player practices 2 hours a day. He works 4 or 5 hours a day. He outworks everybody. And that is what I
Wow.
do to catch their attention.
Yeah. It's epic, you know. A lot of people out there, they always try to, you know, get the attention of it. They're trying putting effort on their end, because, you know, that's conceptually type of a concept of what Dream 100 is. You know, people are trying to get attention of their top Dream 100 or their top influencers out there, but they're really not able to, you know, manage to get it to that particular point. But you really worked at one point, you really worked so hard for it, because, you know, at one point you were creating content also, like you get noticed in terms of like Dean and Tony, and then you got invited. So like how was that particular experience for you, like as an entrepreneur, like how was an experience for you that was?
To meet them,
Yeah.
it felt exciting. So Tony, he was throwing information at us. Like we were trying to catch all the information. He was throwing so much. Russell, he was talking like 75 miles per hour. We always had to ask him, could you repeat it so we could write it? It was actually pretty fun too. Like, wait, could you repeat it? Oh, okay, I got it now. And then Dean, he was through the roof energized. He was just amazing, and it blew my mind with the speakers. Absolutely blew my mind.
Awesome. That's so nice to hear about that. So right now, like what is the next thing that you're working for? Like what's your next focus is? You already got into entrepreneurship, you got that sort of, you know, exposure into the marketplace. Even like if people didn't know about you, they have to, you know, they have to know about you. So like what's next for you? Like what's your next step? What's your next goal about right now?
The next step for me is I'm going to publish my second book, Tales of the Zombie Outbreak, my second book. Then after that, I'll create a cooking book with my brother. He's a smoothie expert. Then I'm going to put some recipes in there and maybe even put beef Wellington in there, how to make it. And then after that, I'm going to improve and continue working on my podcast skills and my interview skills. And also, I'm going to start making and doing more live videos, because I haven't done a live video in a while, and it's one of my fears, because live is, you don't get to edit it or anything. And then the other thing is I'm going to work more and make Tablet Down Muscles Up more fun and more educational at the same not time.
Okay, that's absolutely awesome, you know. And I truly wish you best of luck for your upcoming books that you're planning for, and whatever the plan that you're having right now. I truly wish you best of luck of it. One thing that, and that's the last thing that I want to ask is like what do you think is the number one mistake young entrepreneurs make that you saw? You know, I remember there was a video that you were talking about, hey, you know, I'm a kid, you know, I'm an author, I'm a speaker. Like you have that experience, you saw your young kids in front of you who are just playing games, like doing nothing apart from that. What do you think is the number one mistake that they make as a young entrepreneur? What do you think about it?
I say the number one mistake that young entrepreneurs make is they need to, for me, I would say, is they need to take more action more, for example. Because if they get themselves more out there, Tony, Russell, and Dean will realize them. They'll get to meet them face to face, and they just need to get more action and get there more.
Yeah, like action is absolutely one of the most important one of the most important aspect out there out of anything. You know, that's absolutely the one of the most important aspect of it. Truly, that definitely makes sense. So, where people can find about you, your everything out there, like where people can find about you.
Where people can find me is the first thing. You could go to Ethan D.Harris on Facebook. I have a group for that. You could check out my videos there too. Next thing is you could type in talentdownmusclesup.com to view my program and check it out. And then next thing is you could type in cookingforkids.com, or you could type in Cooking for Kids TV on YouTube, and then you'll find my thing there, and I'll tell you some more recipes. Maddox, the smoothie expert, will also tell you about some other smoothies. And also, you could check out Kid Achievers, a new group that I just made for achievers.
That's insane. So yeah, guys, like I'm gonna put up all of the resources out there in the comment section down below in the show notes. If you haven't been the part of Ethan's world, you have to get it. You have to see him. You have to get yourself motivated as well. If you're not doing anything out there, or if you're on your path, or like somehow getting sort of procrastination or so, you need to see how energetic like Ethan is. I'm still like I feel so good to interview you, Ethan. To be very honest, because like damn, this is crazy. This is absolutely amazing out there. And I'm so glad to have you as the youngest guest on our show.
hmm Also, I have something for the viewers too. So, the affirmations I was talking about before, I'll put this down in the link below where you could print it out and then you could read it every morning. Even if you have kids, your kids could read that too. You could read it too. And I could read it. Yeah, I'll read it. All right. My daily affirmations. I'm smart. I'm unique. I'm confident. I choose my attitude. I'm brave. I'm forgiving. I learn from my mistakes. I manage my time well. I'm able to solve problems. I'm in charge of my emotions. I will not compare myself to others. And I'm truthful. I'm proud of myself. I'm kind. I care for others. I am loved. I'm grateful. I'm strong. I keep my body healthy. I work hard. I always try my best. I am creative. I am creative. I'm a leader. I can learn anything. I can become anyone I want. I love myself. Don't forget to say that. I love myself.
Wow, amazing. That's absolutely awesome. So like as Ethan said that we're gonna put up this affirmation also in the comment section down below. Download it, even if you want to read it on your own, if you want to let your kids read it, have it, because that is sort of an indication out there that you're giving yourself a validation that you're the best. You can do it. Like you can literally can go and do it out there. Absolutely awesome. Any last thing, Ethan, that you want to say before we round the show up?
Also, I just want to tell you about the three muscles of Tell It Down Muscles Up. The first muscle is your social muscle. Your social muscle is where you connect with your family, connect with your friends, you connect with yourself. You love your friends, you love your family, and don't forget to love yourself. The second muscle would be your brain muscle. The brain muscle is learning new skills, learning different new skills, reading more books, and learning more knowledge. And then the third muscle would be the body muscle. The body muscle is about eating healthy. This also goes with Cooking for Kids TV. Cook from a book, not from a box, because you don't know what kind of toxins they put in a box. And that's why you always need to cook from a book. And also, don't forget to exercise and eat healthy. Never forget to exercise. Exercise in the morning after you wake up, and exercise in the middle of the morning or whatever time. Yeah.
Awesome. That's absolutely awesome out there. And yeah, guys, like if you really want to get yourself motivated, like get yourself focused, like do what Ethan says. At least as of now for the interview itself, do what Ethan says. And any last thing that you want to say, Ethan?
Uh, um, Thank you so much, too. Thank you so much for spending your time making an interview with me, and thank you so much, man. You're the best. You are the man.
Yo, again, thank you so much, Ethan, for being on the show. It was like freaking energetic, and I had so much fun. And again, thank you so much for your time. And guys, like if you had any question for Ethan, you can like comment down below in the comment section out there. Probably I or Ethan can answer you later out there. But again, Ethan, thank you so much for your time. And yeah, guys, this is it for now. See you in the next episode.